friends. I'm hopping back on to continue what we started talking about yesterday. I got a lot of really great feedback from you guys that it's refreshing for someone to admit when they've got less than perfect behaviors and habits and destruction going on in their lives. And we need a world shift here where we realize that our mind and our thoughts and our behaviors and even our personality is not who we are. And when we can put more importance on the connection that we all have, right, which is so desperately needed in today's world, and when we can put more importance on living a life of freedom, freedom with joy and without the shackles of all of these different things that we do to ourselves, and thinking that that's normal. It's just not normal. And I know so few people that don't have some kind of story about struggles, whether it's in relationships, which is just huge, right? Unless we're in an ashram, which is one of my favorite places to be, we're going to be mixing with people. And as long as we're caring what other people think, then that could be a really negative experience. So one of the very first things that I learned years ago, what other people think of me is none of my business. And it was the most freeing concept. And for a long time, it was almost like a dream concept. There was no way I was going to be able to have that as part of my personality. And now I would say I'm about 90% there, that I walk along singing my song, and if other people don't approve of my lifestyle or what I'm doing or how I say things or the space I take up in a room, then there's something going on in their world, and it has nothing to do with me. So every time I'm pointing a finger at you, saying there's something wrong with you, there's 3 of them pointing back at me. So the best thing I can take out of today, because there's so many, I'm trying to get the sun out of my eyes, out of your eyes. The best thing that I can take out of in this short session, which is probably the number one thing that can cause pain, is that until we stop worrying about everything that's going on around us and take a look inside, there's going to be pain. And why do we do that? I think there's many reasons, but one of the main ones is because it's just easier to be in everyone else's business than to really get truthful about our own. So I would love your comments on that, and let people live their life. Don't feel like you need to be so involved. It's really none of our business. Even our children, we don't need to be so attached to everyone's outcome. They need to have their own experience, and they need to have their own growth. And who the heck are we to take away people's life experience because we think we know how to do it better? Even with children, right? When they're learning how to walk, we let them fall so that they can get strong enough to walk on their own. But then we think it's all about our business with every emotional thing they do and every behavior that they have and every girlfriend or boyfriend that they pick, every sport they do or don't do. And we need to be there as guides, but we need to step back and let go of some of that attachment. It really changes lives. And the first one is, if there's something wrong with me, it has nothing to do with you. I'll talk to you more tomorrow.